Hi everyone, it's Karen from Stitches and Things, and I just want to show you a really fast way of blocking. So if you've heard of blocking, you don't know what it is, it's making a garment relax and get it into the right shape so that it looks nicer. It can even out stitches, it can open up a lace on a project. But I've got this which is called the Oh Darling Shawlette. This one is Patent Sierra, so it's actually 80% acrylic. I was going to put this with the blocking pins on the blocking mats, but I've been experimenting a bit with just a quick steam blocking. So this is how it looked like after it was finished. You can see that there's not a lot of definition. Well, I've done the other half a minute ago, so you can see how big the holes and everything are and how nice it looks compared to this side. See if I can hold it out. I don't know whether you can notice it. It's made a massive difference. So I'm going to show you a really quick steam blocking technique. But what this isn't, this doesn't replace the slow one, which is better. But sometimes you get something out of the wardrobe and you think, oh, that's sort of lost its blocking. It's looking a bit, but in 5 minutes you can steam block something back into submission, and it'll look good. So I've got the iron. I'm just going to adjust this, hopefully, so that we can see what's going on. All right, so I'm just on the ironing board. So obviously the ironing board isn't big enough to accommodate the whole thing. So I did the first half. I haven't done the point. And what I'm just going to do, just to make it easy, I've just got 2 regular pins. You could grab some T-pins. I'm just going to anchor the top point, and I'm just going to pull this down, put a bit of stretch on it, and I'm just going to anchor the middle, just so that I've got something hanging onto it. So if I pull against it, it's not going to be moving. So you can see how crunched up that is. And let's take note of how much ironing board is left here. So I've got my steam iron. I am not going to put my iron on this at all. I've got the spray feature, so I'm just going to give it a quick little spray. There we go, spray, spray, spray. That feels slightly damp, not overly damp. Now you can see it's really noticeable with these little circles on the edge, and you can see how big the holes are. So what we'll do, I'm just going to hover over it, and I'm just going to give it a steam. So I'm just using the burst of steam, holding it over there. So now if I just give it a gentle, so it's relaxed enough that you can already see how these are all relaxing out. So just move that out of the way. So if I start just giving these all a gentle pull out, there we are. So I'll give it another steam. So the other side I had about 2 or 3 little steams, and I'm just gently, we're not overly doing it. If we were gonna block this properly by wetting it and pinning it out, I mean, I'd stretch the life out of it to try and get it bigger, but we're not going to be able to achieve that with this technique, but we will get it really quickly. And if you're feeling a bit lazy and you just want to get it done, you can see how much that's already relaxed. Yeah. So if I just give that 4 or 5 minutes, and I probably didn't give myself enough room up here, so this hasn't done such a good job up here because I didn't give myself enough room. But if I give that 5 minutes now to dry, it's done. So in actual fact, I've just got to get down and see how this has got all, hold on, let's see if I can get it in shot. Where's my shot? Up here somewhere. You can see this is all wrinkly, and let's just give this a quick go. And then I'll pin the rest out. Once you put a bit of steam, it just relaxes everything, and when you give it a pull, it actually stays pulled out. It looks better already. Not finished, but you know, better already. So that is just a quick little technique that you can use for a quick block. Not the proper way of doing it, but it does give you a quick result. And it will, once it dries, well, this is the end that dried. Once it dries, it will stay there. So, you know, it's pretty good. Like, I haven't even sewn the ends in. So I brought this in to do a proper block on it. And I just thought, I'm going to have a go at the steam, see if it works well with it. See, that's still got a bit of a ridge in it there. Let's give that a relax, give it a pull out, a pat down. And there we go, steam blocking, really quick and easy.